how's your boyfriend lucky to have you? You're fucking your boss. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated?
You cannot out-train a bad diet.
Never believe everything a woman tells you. She will always leave something out. You're always broke because you spend your money on dumb shit every month. If you've only slept with 5 guys, then why was it so easy to fuck you?
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 302nd edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is Wednesday, July 25th, 2018, and spin class absolutely kicked my fucking ass today. For those of you watching, dude, I burned 705 calories. My average watts weren't as high as I would have liked them to be, but almost 18 and a half miles, 700 calories. Listen, whether or not you can appreciate that, it was fucking hard, man. I am literally still recovering from that. I need to make this box a little bit smaller. There we go. So you guys can see more of my beautiful face, and of course my 1821 man-made products there in the background that are strategically placed to encourage you to buy them. But yeah, spin class absolutely kicked my ass. I actually streamed it live to Instagram, and it was something else. The reason I decided to stream that one live to Instagram is because that particular spin instructor, he's the best in the business, but that son of a bitch is a maniac. For those of you guys who watched it live on Instagram, listen, you heard and saw how fucking crazy the guy is. And this is actually crazy in a good way. He, a lot of the worst spin instructors, incidentally enough, they're black women. One black woman, she's like a 60-year-old woman, short, blonde hair, and great. She's skinny. Obviously, she's in good shape. She teaches spin class at 60, but she has us do all of this ridiculous, unorthodox bullshit, riding backwards, dancing in the seat, switching hands, and just doing all kinds of crazy. Basically, she wants us to do everything but spin. Then there's another black woman who yells at people. She'll be like, all right, come on, get those RPMs up to 90. Come on, you guys have to do it. You're not listening. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But this motherfucker, Bob, this dude is a maniac in a good way. Dude, he kicks your ass on that bike. He is the only spin instructor that I routinely crack 600 calories. I've cracked the 700 calorie barrier twice. I've also cracked the 18-mile barrier twice. Both times were with this guy. So yeah, I mean, again, it was certainly a sight to behold. I streamed the whole thing to Instagram just so you could see how crazy the guy is. I was seeing all kinds of comments. Man, this guy's on cocaine. You know what? He might be. And he's teaching 4 spin classes today. So today is definitely his busiest day of the week. But I love the guy. He also teaches a class on Friday night. And I don't like to do spin on Friday nights because that's my time with Devin, but I don't want to spin with the fat black woman Friday morning either. So I've got some choices to make here in the not too distant future, but it was good to have you guys in to experience that with me. We are wait a minute. Yes, we are streaming live simultaneously on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, and of course on the mothership DonovanSharpe.com. However, wherever you are watching, thank you for making TSR Primetime part of your evening. I greatly appreciate the fact that you guys take time out of your busy schedules to listen to me run my mouth every night. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you want to get on the show. If you have a question, comment, or a personal story you'd like to share, give me a call. If you have a story about today's topic, which is going to break down the difference between tricking and investing, if you or someone you know is tricking, but they don't know they're tricking, they don't know the difference, give me a call. We'll diagnose that problem. 914-205-5356. If you don't want to call, you can always chat. In order to chat, got to get on DonovanSharpe.com. The chat box is on the right-hand side it's just to the right of the video player on DonovanSharpe.com, so be sure to get over there if you want to get in on the chat. If the video is running a little slow on your end, and I don't think we've had any lagging issues as of late. I think the internet issues have been taken care of for the most part. We upgraded our internet from 250 gigabyte speed to, 250 megabytes to 1 gigabyte. They didn't have the modem for the 1 gig, but they cranked it up to 450 megabytes. And so we're still waiting on that modem to come in. It's Xfinity, we all know. But yeah, we don't really seem to be having any lagging issues, at least not consistently. But listen, if you just want to watch the show, just the video only, if you don't want to chat, Just click the video only link just beneath the player, and you'll be able to do that. You can follow, add, and like me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just do a quick search on all 3 platforms for Donovan Sharpe. Go to donovansharpe.com if you want to check out the archive of all episodes of TSR Primetime. You will also have access to the 200+ columns I've written for Return of Kings and Negro Manosphere combined. Also, be sure to sign up for my newsletter to be notified when I go live on any and all platforms. You guys know that that I'm on the Redman group every Saturday. Every once in a while, I'll do like an afternoon live show. If you want to be notified of every time I go live, just sign up for the newsletter. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to send you a bunch of crap. Just, hey, if you want to know when I'm going live, then you'll be able to know when I'm going live. I'm actually working on a mobile app, and I've got some decisions to make there. My guess at this point, guys, it is far more likely than not that I am going to stream exclusively to my mobile app. So if you want to watch me live, you're going to have to download the mobile app. The mobile app's going to be absolutely free, so you certainly won't have to worry about that. With that mobile app is going to come push notifications. If you allow the push notifications, oh, Donovan is on live, good. You can have it up there right on their phone. So definitely working on some things here in the not too distant future. Going to be making some big time studio upgrades here within the next 6 weeks or so. Got a lot going. I got a lot going on here in the next month. I've got the 21 convention in October. Going down to see the family in Atlanta here in just a couple of weeks. So taking Devin down to meet the family. So got a lot going on here, but I'm still going strong here in TSR Towers. If you want to contribute to the show, go to www.streamlabs.com/Donovan's Den. You can use any credit or debit card. You can use PayPal, and you can also use Bitcoin. So if you like the show, if you get something out of it, www.streamlabs.com/Donovan's Den. Every little bit counts, guys. No contribution is too great or too small. But listen, if you're going to make a $5 contribution, you may as well become a $5 patron, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Let me give my shout outs here. All right, shout out to the Mod Squad here in the towers. Freelance Ronin, Legend P, Manish, Sammy B. We got Captain Crunch 420, Darcy Mills, Sherm Kane, Hashim 305, Mr. Mink, General 1, Neron, I think you're a first timer. Good to see you in here. Zen Gen X, I think you're a first time as well. And Michael J in here as well. Freelance Ronin says the fat black women get no love. Dude, fuck no. Hell no, dude. Like I am not even. Oh my god, dude. And it's so interesting. Black spin instructors, black women spin instructors, like the difference between white women spin instructors and black women spin instructors are exactly the same differences when dating them. Black women spin instructors, they make you do shit that they are not in shape to do. Like the fat black spin instructor, and there's like 3 of them. I don't know how the fuck they got this job, but they'll tell us to crank it up to this and that. I'm like, okay, I'm cranking it out here at 220 watts. They don't look like they're doing it, right? So number 1, they expect you to do some shit that they can't do themselves. Number 2, when they see you're tired, they keep their foot on the gas. They don't ever give you a break or recovery time. This is actually pretty, this is actually going to be a, I might actually turn that into a Sharpe short and talk about the difference between white and black spin instructors. And see where we go from there. 914-205-5356 is the number to call. Let's go to the phone lines. Area code 323. You are on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, Donovan Sharpe. My name is Kobe. I'm calling in today.
All right, Kobe. What's up?
Hello? I just wanted a question. Is the chat working on your YouTube channel or is it disabled?
You're talking about the YouTube channel?
Yeah, the chat.
Yeah, it probably is, but if you want to get involved in the chat, just come over to donovansharpe.com.
Okay. Let me get to the real topic. Do you have any videos on polygamy on your Donovan Sharpe and Donovan's Den?
I do not. I have never, and that's actually, that sounds like a good show topic, but no, I've never discussed polygamy. Of course, in the Red Pill we talk about what's called spinning plates, which is quite literally characterized as sleeping with more than 2 women at the same time. But I've never, and again, I want to let you know, Kobe, I don't know how long you've listened to the show, but I don't like to discuss things that I don't have personal experience with. So I've never been in, I've never been in a relationship with more than one woman who knew that I was in a relationship with another woman. Anytime, I mean.
You have like side chicks, right? Or?
Oh yeah, well of course, again, but see, here's the thing. Like, dude, the most number of women I've ever been sleeping with at one time is 4. But none of those 4 knew about each other. Yeah. That's not polygamy.
And
that's just
for a lot. It's with energy too.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, it does. Listen, a lot, and it's funny, you bring up an interesting point. Everyone's like, yo, y'all want to have like 6 different bitches to fuck? Okay, listen, that's all well and good, but number one, you gotta fuck those 6 bitches on the regular, and sometimes you don't feel like fucking number one.
I know, that's the thing.
That's the thing. Number two
I thought polygamy because, like, oh, go ahead. Sorry,
no, that's all right. Number two is that you have to keep them from finding out about each other. Like, there are a lot of guys who don't have red pill awareness, and they sleep with a bunch of chicks, but it's always messy. This bitch is finding out about that bitch, etc., etc. Dude, you don't have game. You're just fucking a bunch of chicks and being messy about it. The true players can be fucking more than 2 girls, and they don't know about each other. Now, what were you saying?
The reason I was thinking about polygamy is just that it's easier to worry about starting over and shit, and then you have multiple bitches. And it's kind of like, it's easier. You hate going out to have one bitch every night, going out for the hunt. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's easier, you know, like starting over. No, listen,
you're getting no argument from me, and a lot of people ask me, they say, Donovan, you used to live in Vegas, and you had this Vegas penthouse, and you're driving this fly-ass car, fucking bitches, doing blow-off strippers' asses. Why did you decide to settle down? Well, because I got tired of that life. I grew out of it. And I discussed this actually an episode or 2 before my first YouTube channel got shut down. Dude, going out, listen, if you want to have a consistent, steady pipeline of 4, 5, 6 different bitches you're fucking, dude, you gotta be out there running game all the time. It is quite literally a full-time job. Dude, you do that I did that for 5 years. And as great as it was a fucking grind. And at some point you just check it, it's like, dude, I'm done. I don't want to go out there.
And it's hard to focus and work when you have to take multiple women though. Like, it's
Jesus
hard.
Christ, man.
It's hard to, like, if it'll be hard to do Donovan Sharpe and go get multiple women every night. That's difficult.
It's very, very tough. But here's the thing. I was fortunate enough to have I didn't have a passive income, but I didn't have to punch a clock every day. I did very well. I'll put it to you this way. I did very well in the real estate sector, right? So, you know, it was basically on autopilot. Even though I didn't have to go into the office if I didn't want to, it's still a full-time job. It was fucking hard.
Right. I have a question about women in this generation. I know they're all whores. That's the one thing all in common in this generation. But is there a difference in the generation, the women you're with, like your age versus my age? Because I'm like 20 years old. Is there a difference? Because there's a social media effect on both generations, you know?
Yeah.
The behaviors and the mindset.
Absolutely. That's actually a very good question. Here's the thing. Back when I was your age, back when I was 20 years old, women were very different because when I was 20, there was no social media. I think the internet was just starting to, this is how old I am. I'm dating myself here, but the internet was just sort of getting under its legs. Well, there are differences between women of different generations. Dude, I fucked women. Dude, post Red Pill, I fucked girls who are 18, 19 years old. I fucked girls in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. And to be honest with you, there are obvious differences between them with their age. You can talk about things with some women that you can't necessarily talk about with others. But to be honest with you, in the social media age, what social media and the internet and dating apps have done, it has literally made all women the same. Listen, dude, a 44-year-old post-wall former party slut, she's going to be every bit as hypergamous and solipsistic and selfish as the 21-year-old with the 3 Facebook accounts. They're all literally the same.
The thing about your generation women, it's like they used to be humble. Now they have to be humble. That's the thing. Remember when they get a certain age, they'll be humble about certain guys. Now social media fucked that up.
No, you're actually wrong. When I was your age, listen, this is the generation. I'm a Gen Xer, Generation X. The women in Generation X, they were quite literally the ones that started this. They didn't start third wave feminism, but they were the ones that were affected the most. Because when I went to college, guess what? Girls were they were fucking like goddamn rabbits, right? They were no different. And then social media came along in their, I guess, 30s. Now, you know, they've all got new lives. So no, the women in my generation were no better than the women of this generation. But listen, Kobe, I appreciate the call. Definitely call the show anytime. Listen, he raises a good show topic. I've never talked about polygamy. I've never talked about polygamy because I've never been in a relationship with more than one woman who knew that I was in a relationship with another. But I don't know. I might get somebody on the show who can maybe speak to that. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, let us go to the topic du jour. When men come to the manosphere to find the red pill, it's usually because of one of 2 reasons. It's either heartbreak, sexual frustration, or a combination of both. And that's usually what it is. So they take the red pill, they digest it, they start putting everything into practice. They're a little bit better with women, so they're having a little more success. And at some point, they're all faced with a decision as to whether or not to spend money on a woman. Now, we all know here in the red pill community that you should never spend money on a woman if she doesn't deserve it, because of course, red pill awareness teaches us this. When you arrange a meetup with this girl or that, and you take her out for drinks, when you guys get to the bar, you say, listen, you pick up the first round, I'll get the next. Or if you go to the movies, you buy the tickets, I'll get the popcorn and the snacks. You guys get the idea. But if things start to get serious with any given particular female, the math has a potential to change quite a bit. And girls are well aware of this. Gentlemen, understand this. There is a big difference in taking a woman out to dinner on the first date, which is something you should never do in the first place, and taking her out to celebrate your 6, 7, 8 month anniversary. There's a big difference between giving your woman your time in the beginning as opposed to giving her your time and attention 7 or 8 months into a relationship. Now, a lot of men get tripped up at this point. And if a woman sees that that guy is not sure how to handle the financial aspect of a relationship that could potentially get serious, she'll start to take advantage of him whether she knows it or not. It is in their very nature to extrapolate resources from men. It might not start out that way. She may actually like the guy, but if he shows any ineptitude whatsoever as far as recognizing the differences between tricking and investing is concerned, she will eventually turn him into a trick. So what I'm going to do tonight, guys, I'm going to talk about the differences between tricking and investing, and I'm going to be giving you guys plenty of real world examples, and I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of anecdotes. I'm going to give you guys examples, with me and my girlfriend Devin. So let's go ahead and define tricking versus investing. Investing, let's start with that first. When a woman earns your time and attention by doing what's necessary to gain your trust, take care of you by cooking for you and performing other domestic duties, keeping you sexually satisfied, making an effort to look good for you and represent you well in public, which is just a fancy way of saying she stays in pocket, you can now start investing in her. She's made herself worth putting time, effort, and resources into her to improve her as your woman and further cultivate her qualities, which will in turn benefit you as a man. The definition of tricking is spending money on or doing favors for a woman who hasn't earned them or who haven't done anything for you for the sole purpose of winning her over with said money, gifts, and favors. Now, a lot of you guys want to know the difference between tricking and providing, right? Well, we'll go ahead and get to that right now just to get this out of the way. This one's simple. If a girl lives with you as your girlfriend or as your wife, and she's upholding your end of the bargain, upholding her end of the bargain as a girlfriend or wife by taking care of you, giving you the pussy, keeping your place clean, being a good woman, etc., paying the bills and rewarding her for her good behavior with gifts every now and again, that is definitely providing. And probably a little bit of investing too. Okay? I'll give you guys a quick example. You guys know I live with my girlfriend, Devin. And a couple weeks back, I actually put this on Instagram. I dropped over $200 for her to get her hair done, and then took her to dinner where I dropped another $150. And not one of you guys said to me, Donovan's out here tricking. You want to know why? Because you know Devin holds it down as my girl. You guys know she cooks unbelievable meals. You guys know she takes good care of me. She gives me sex literally when, where, and how I want it, wearing whatever it is I tell her to wear. And you guys see that too. Devin earned that day of being pampered. This is a combination of investing and providing. Devin needed to get her hair done, so I provided that for her. The better she looks, okay, the better she makes me look. So that's the investment side of it. Her looking good also keeps my sexual attraction to her right where it needs to be, which is high. Now, taking her to a nice expensive dinner is also a combination of providing and investing. I am providing a nice meal for her in return for the nice meal she provides for me. And she loves getting this treatment. So if she wants this kind of treatment to continue, she will continue to do what she needs to do to earn it. So that $150 dinner, that was an investment on my end in terms of getting a return on investment in the way of meals, sex, etc. Simple math. Now, spending almost $400 in one day on a woman who does not live with you, that is 1,000% tricking. I don't care if she sucks you, fucks you, lets you go backdoor at will. Any woman can do that. You can get that anywhere. Only when a woman that provides you what most women cannot, and do that over an extended period of time, meaning at least a year, and earn your ironclad trust, will she have done enough to warrant your consideration to maybe share a residence. And even then, she's still got to earn it. Because Devin and I, we had lived together for almost a year before I decided that she had earned the privilege of me spending that much money on her in one day. Listen, you guys know how I am about my money. So if I'm dropping that kind of coin on one woman in one day, you can be damn sure she earned it. So at this time, I'm going to say goodbye to my Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook audience. If you guys want to watch the rest of this episode, Tricking versus Investing, come on over to DonovanSharpe.com. Again, my Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram audiences. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Come on over to DonovanSharpe.com to watch the rest of the episode. All right.